last breakfast table presidential debate has taken place, and we are here with the best political squad to give civilized discussion of everything that went down. We have with us Protein Party leader Sausage, Calcium Party representatives Pancake and French Toast, and Independent Wheat Party candidate who was not allowed to debate, English Muffin. Okay, let's get right into it and watch this, the very start of the debate. Toast, you have been strongly opposed to the joining of fruits to create new juice flavors, stating that you don't see a need to change from the standard grapefruit and orange juices. Why the resistance to the union of two fruits?
Well, unlike Mr. Bagel here, I am for the traditional values instilled at the breakfast table by our four meals. Orange juice has been the staple at the breakfast table for decades. I don't see the need to change course now.
What my colleague fails to see is that the marriage of two fruits can result in not only new and delicious flavors, but also means new health benefits.
What Bagel here conveniently forgets to mention is that orange juice is so high in potassium and protein that we don't really have a need for this kind of new health benefits. His idea of breakfast is a wasteland devoid of nutritional value and full of dead kids.
Nice try to spin the argument into something totally off the subject.
Well, maybe you should have thought about that before you sent the public a death notice.
Maybe you should have thought about sending the public a notice that you don't want them to have equal rights by voting against fruits marrying.
Fruits shouldn't marry. It's against the natural order of
Bananas
things.
and strawberries, pineapples and oranges, cranberries and grapes, all delicious when blended together, and there's
Breakfast
overwhelming
doesn't need your crazy progressive concoctions. We've been enjoying our one flavor
Who's-
fruit juices without the awkward thoughts of mixing
Who's
them.
we exactly?
You know, the ones that they don't think like the ones that think like you and you jerk.
Sausage, let me ask you, Toast has a point here, doesn't he?
Oh, yes.
Wanting to have fruits marry is a fine utopia Bagel has created, but let's get real. You can't sacrifice a breakfast tradition for some godless Frankenstein concoction.
You guys are amazing. You don't think the marriage of fruits benefits the juice industry?
Why would it? What about the pictures of Bagel drinking orange juice?
What about them?
How does it pertain to Bagel drinking orange juice?
Kiwi juice that is supposed to
If you just enjoyed the marriage, you just
Bananas and berries!
I'm all for the implementation of hybrid juices like orange or pineapple or even grape on its own. It has tremendous amount of antioxidants.
Let's look at the next highlight from the debate. Bagel, you are for the introduction of oatmeal as an option at least twice a week.
Absolutely.
But you're also not against the consumption of such candy cereals as Honey Slaps, Cocoa Clumpies, Fluky Trinkets, and Major Munch. How do you explain that?
First, let me remind you that my opponent is running on the idea that donuts should be a morning staple. When you want something sweet in the morning, you have many different flavors.
Let me ask you, just when did you get in the pocket of the big cereal companies?
I don't know. When did you start wanting people to get massive heart attacks? Because that's what you're proposing by accepting donuts into everyday routine.
I never said every day.
Oh, you're sending mixed signals here, much like you're misleading the people about your nationality.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying that you never addressed the allegations that you're not white bread, but indeed Jewish rye.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Is it? Then why haven't you disclosed your nutrition facts?
I don't need to. The package I came in is available for public viewing in the counter bread box.
That packaging could have come from anywhere.
Well, if it were true, I would have had to have been de-seeded, right? And there'd be a record for that. Speaking of records, didn't you at one point have poppy seeds?
Never.
Isn't it possible they dissolved and made their way into your system? I don't know about you all, but I wouldn't trust the judgment of someone happed up on opiates.
If it were socially acceptable, I'd eat your arm right now.
Well, I think Toast recovered very well from what was an obvious cheap shot by Bagel.
Oh, indeed.
To imply that Toast is hiding secrets about his bakery of origin is laughable.
You are kidding me. That package of white bread he supposedly came from could have been picked from the garbage can.
Oh, another disappearing seed conspiracy theorist.
Were you this upset when Toast proposed Bagel might be drugged out of his gourd?
The
Why
fact
don't you
remains
proclaim
that
those
if it were up to you guys, I wish we could all say Bagel's the worst candidate since hash brown chicken.
I can swear I smell olive loaf.
Going back to the original question posed, I think oatmeal bars are a great way to start your morning.
Yeah, let's watch this last exchange from the presidential breakfast debate. Bagel. The talk of making a deal with lunch to move it back 30 to 60 minutes to accommodate larger meals in the morning has many thinking you want to blur the
breakfast has been falling by the wayside in recent years, and that has to stop. Lunch has grown to be the meal that people look forward to most during the day, while lunch is absolutely important.
Funny. That was the plan I voted for 2 years ago, and you voted against it.
Yeah, well, you're not using it now, and it's the perfect plan for what I feel will be a more prosperous future.
And my plan's not?
What's that again?
Keeping breakfast to a quicker pace, having it to be a special event on weekends.
Yeah, that's a horrible plan.
It used to be your plan. You at one point said the plan you're pushing now was horrible when I was behind it.
And at one point you said the plan that you're now endorsing was laughable.
Well, it was until I tweaked it.
And what exactly did you tweak?
Well, it's my plan now.
So putting your name on it changes the entire dynamic.
Of course. That's why you did it too.
Well, if we both agree on the same thing, how will the voters be able to tell us apart?
Well, I'm not the one with the sexual harassment case because I couldn't keep my hands off a jelly biscuit.
No, you were too busy spending time in the steam room with that strapping young sausage link.
As you can see, it got ugly there at the end with Bagel taking a wild rumor and dragging it into a debate. Totally classless.
What are you talking about? Toast clearly fired the first outrageous shot.
Well, I'd say Bagel reacted quicker to that than he did the tragic syrup spill in the upper cupboard.
Just like the way Toast reacted when the reserves of half and half disappeared.
Excuse me, but you said that running out of half and half would be a good thing.
I never said that. What I said was I thought a low reserve would force us to depend less on the big
Okay, now you're just waffling.
And
hey! What year is this? And you're still using that term?
We'll be right back.
I mean, really? How insensitive can you be?
Life goes on without me.